What is going on, everybody? Grayson here from PokeProfit. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to touch on SVera ETBs. We're also going to talk about an investment that I just doubled down on that I believe is going to be great long term. So we'll talk about that as well. But before we get into both of those subjects, I do want to say, courtesy of PokeBeach.com, Abyss Eye, that is going to be a Japanese set releasing in Japan on May 22nd. I believe that's going to be the one featuring Mega Darkrai EX, and then we'll have Storm Emeralda coming out July 31st. I believe that one is going to feature Mega Rayquaza EX. Whatever we ultimately get in English, it's already lining up to be an absolute banger, and if we get some very interesting special illustration rares, maybe some gold cards, could be a very solid investment. So keep an eye out for that later on in the year. Getting into the ETB update, we did the SV ETBs today. 151, these ETBs have been on an absolute tear since around early December when they were down to around $350. I think at the time you probably could have found ETBs for $320, $315 maybe, even on eBay, but definitely in your Facebook groups. They're now back up to around $444 on TCG Player. I will say, sales volume has come down a little bit since the last time we did the update, but still very strong considering these are almost $450 a piece. The supply on the market also came down a little bit, which is definitely a good sign. But I think when we look at the growth of a box like 151, it is going to slow down over the next couple months. I mean, from December to today, it's been on a great run. It's continuing to push all-time highs basically every single week. I just don't think that will continue, which is absolutely fine too. In the future, still very bullish on 151, whether it's the ETBs, the booster bundles, etc. Paldean Fates, these are back to about $300 on TCG Player. eBay, it's very weird. The sales volume has never been incredibly high for Paldean Fates. We're talking about maybe 2 ETBs, regular ETBs, moving every single day. Buy it now. That's like a good update. Sometimes it's 1 to 1.5. I do think the growth here will continue to slow down as well. I can't imagine we're going to see this hit $400 anytime soon, but still very bullish on Paldean Fates this year as well, whether it's the ETBs, the booster bundles, even like the, Great Tusk boxes or whatever came out. So yeah, Paldean Fates, big fan there. Shrouded Fable, these are actually down a couple dollars over the past couple weeks. We're sitting around 76 on TCG Player. Sales volume's never that strong. There's a decent amount of supply out there. I still would not be paying attention to Shrouded Fable at all, even though there are a lot of people who make their YouTube videos and say like, hey, Shrouded Fable, it's going to be this thing in the future. I would have a very small position if you do want to hedge against it potentially popping off, but when you just look at the amount of Shrouded Fable actually being opened and the amount of demand there, I mean, if Prismatic was a $76 ETB, we would probably see like 200 of these selling a day on eBay. No joke, right? Like there were weeks back in the summer of last year, the box was maybe $110, $120, where there were over 100 ETBs moving every single day. So half that price or a little bit less than half, but they would be moving, where Shrouded Fable, 2 boxes, 3 boxes per day, maybe. I mean, even Shining Fates, which is like $100 in ETB, moves better than Shrouded Fable. So just keep all this in mind when people are on the internet telling you that Shrouded Fable is going to be this god tier set in the future because it's not going to get a reprint right, then it's going to be incredibly rare. The reality is, I just don't see that happening. But again, if you disagree, if you want to have a small position in it, I think that's absolutely fine. Now, before we go any further and talk about Prismatic Evolutions, did want to jump in here and say, if you guys enjoy the content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, helps out a ton. Bunch of useful links in the descriptions, as always, if you do want to work with me this year. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Getting back to Prismatic, this was another update where we saw supply continue to come down on the secondary market. I think that's great. Sales volume on eBay, I think we were around, I want to say like 20 ETBs moving every single day, maybe a little bit more, like 23, something like that. Definitely not all-time highs in terms of sales volume, but still very respectable considering these ETBs are up to around $145, $146 on TCG Player. And I will say anecdotally, I've been looking at a lot of stores in Canada and their supply of prismatic ETBs. I know HPW still has some at 175 Canadian. I think there's a couple other stores on Shopify, like smaller stores, that are maybe at like 165, 170 Canadian, but a lot of stores are already up to $200, 205 Canadian, which is in line with TCG Player. And a couple months ago, that really wasn't the case. You could still find ETBs fairly readily for like 145, $150 Canadian. Those have started to dry up. So I definitely see the demand really influencing the supply on the market, at least here in Canada. Maybe it's different in the States. You guys can still find cheaper product. And if you can, I would recommend loading up on Prismatic. I mean, I bought all of my SPCs and I kind of wish I bought more ETBs as well, but we've put a little bit of money somewhere else, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. I think the most interesting ETBs to talk about before we get to, I'll just spoil it right now. I bought more Ascended Heroes, right? So before we talk about Ascended Heroes, Black Bolt and White Flare, we're at a point now where I think we're getting very close with Black Bolt moving. I know I said maybe the last time we talked about this set, last update, that it was possibly 90 days away from being a big deal. We might be at like the 30-day mark now. When I was looking at sales volume on eBay today, a lot higher than previous updates, and supply has come down a ton. So people are, starting to buy at Black Bolt, and it's not really being affected by the price. Like when we see TCG Player only up 3.28% over the past 6 months, these have basically been flat. They found a bottom after release. Same thing with White Flare. I do think with White Flare, though, you maybe have another, I want to say like 30 to 45 days, right? I do believe that Black Bolt will be moving first, but these ETBs really haven't moved. There were a ton of them out there. I will say, though, the cases do seem to be going for a decent premium compared to the loose ETBs. And up here in Canada, everything's expensive. Like most stores are at, I want to say like 135 to 140 Canadian for either of these ETBs. Now, sure, there are a couple where you could buy them at like 125 Canadian for White Flare, but Black Bolt in particular, you're probably going to be paying 135, 140 Canadian, which probably comes out to like 100 USD in that range, maybe a little bit over. So yeah, very difficult to find deals on these two sets, at least up here in Canada, but I think it's only a matter of time before these start to move. And it's going to be interesting to see how public perception changes once these ETBs hit $100, $110. I feel like at that point, you're going to have a lot more people talking about these sets, hyping them up. It seems like the conversation right now is that, Gen 5 or whatever, Nova, like nobody actually cared about those. The Pokemon aren't super popular. A lot of people talk about how during the time where Gen 5 came out, nobody really paid attention to what was going on. And I will say, I do think people have a point bringing that up, but at the same time, you have incredible artworks. You do have some popular Pokemon. And the reality is, a lot of the cards inside these sets are expensive. And to me, I think that's kind of the main driver of any set, is having desirable, expensive chase cards. So Zekrom, sure, it's probably not like a Charizard or a Gengar, but it's Zekrom. You got to give it at least a little bit of credit, and it's holding around $200. Same thing with the Seismitoad Shinji Kanda artwork. It's holding over $125 USD. Red Victini's $400 almost. The Zekrom's $350. I think they're a little bit cheaper in White Flare, but still very expensive cards. Even outside that, Kyurem, Ends Plan, still over $60. And then you have a ton of illustration rares in that like 40 to, let's call it $10 range, right? You have at least 18 on the first page, 17 maybe because that's a Master Ball. And then you get into the second page, you still have some more. So very deep sets, God Pack potential, which I don't think it's the craziest God Pack in the world, but I do believe that these sets will be moving this year. And it seems like every time I do an update, it's kind of telling me that it's going to be sooner rather than later. So I'd keep an eye on Black Bolt and White Flare. And the booster bundles too, I did bring these up because I thought it was interesting. ETBs haven't moved at all over the past 6 months, but when you look at the booster bundles, Black Bolt, it's up around 16%, White Flare, almost 15%, right? So at least those are moving a little bit. Now, to close out the video, Ascended Heroes, I did spoil this. I purchased another case of ETBs. So I have two cases coming on pre-order. You know, when I think about Prismatic Evolutions and when this released, early January of last year, you guys know if you've been around a while, I got very lucky working with PokeNotify out the gate and just getting the Walmart.ca drops. I was able to get 50 ETBs from Walmart for MSRP, and that was old MSRP before Walmart Canada increased their prices like 20, 30%. I still, to this day, wish I had more sealed cases of Prismatic ETBs. I think I only have three, so about 30%, or maybe it's four cases now, three or four. I would actually have to double check. So less than half of my position in ETBs is in sealed cases. And selling a sealed case in the future, it's going to be a lot easier. Loose ETBs in general, a lot of them get damaged easily. The wraps are generally really tight, so you'll have tears on the front or tears on the edges. It's just an absolute nightmare. That's what happened with my PC ETB. So I'm really trying to get the sealed cases. And I think Ascended Heroes is great. It has so much going for it as a set. I will say though, TCG Player, $135, $137, whatever it is right now. If you're in Canada, you can buy ETBs on the open market right now for less than $100 converted from Canadian to USD. So if you're up here, you can definitely get deals. I would guess if you're in the States, you could probably find these around $100. Like, I can't imagine anyone is actually pre-ordering at like 1,300, 1,400 USD for a case. It does seem like there's going to be a decent amount of these out there as well. Just talking to a couple people who have allocations, it seems like they're getting a decent amount of them. So I am still very bullish. I think the sealed ETB cases, great product to be in. I am planning to dollar cost average throughout 2026 into 2027 and just buy more. I would like to stack these to the ceiling as well, kind of like how I've done with Prismatic Evolutions. And the funny thing too is you never know when the bottom is going to be. A lot of people, they're going to bring up like, it's too early to invest, right? You shouldn't be buying Ascended yet. You should be focused on other sets. People told me the exact same thing about Prismatic last year, and every restock, I just continued buying more. I picked up a lot of ETBs in like June, July of last year when these were around $100 USD. And if you look at the graph, that was basically the bottom. I know there's a couple months difference here, right? Like the first time it hit sub 100 was early June, and then it was maybe in August again that it happened. But if you were buying around that time, you've gotten a great deal. I don't know if Prismatic's ever going to get to that level again, unless we get another massive run of the ETBs, which with every passing day, week, month, seems a lot less likely, considering they have to focus on Ascended Heroes coming. Do we want more Destined Rivals to come? I think a lot of people would like that if we got some booster boxes. So there's just so many things for Pokemon to focus on. Prismatic, it's already over a year old, right? So it's not the new kid on the block, but still a very in-demand set that a lot of people want to open, trying to chase that God Pack, that Umbreon, etc. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to get to in this video. You guys let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Also, one more thing to throw in before I close the video. If you guys are around tomorrow night, I know it's Valentine's Day, so happy early Valentine's Day to you guys. But if you're not doing anything, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. PST, I'm going to be going live on the second channel with Eric Osberg. Really cool dude, former athlete. He also collects One Piece cards, so it's going to be a great chat about the One Piece market and where we see things going. But if that's not your cup of tea, we'll be back tomorrow anyways with a Market Watch update on this channel. With all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.